This is one of the most talked role. Whenever we introduce Agile, people come up with the perception that Agile is against managers. Yes, we want to create self-organizing team, but we do need leadership role in it. But we don't need a micromanagement where people assign tasks and take status in the evening. So we don't need those kind of managers, but we do need leaders who facilitates, creates teams which can manage themselves and produce good outcomes. So let's look at what role a manager or a leader can play in Agile teams. Again, this list is partial. It's just an indicative to give you an idea of what kind of work Agile leaders are usually involved in. You might be hearing this word again and again, servant leader, servant leadership. In Agile environment, we expect leaders, scrum masters, managers to be a servant leader. What does it mean? It means the leaders who serves the team and lead by serving them. Means a leader who creates an environment, solve problems for the team and let the team perform. Creates a basic infrastructure, creates a basic environment where people can trust each other, people can share their knowledge, people can experiment, they can do their desired work. Rather than directing and monitoring, this leader says, okay, this is your goal, you know how to achieve it, and I am there if you face any problem. I am at your service. I am there to help you. And he helps solves the problems which are raised by the team. So if you have any problem, you assign work to me rather than I assign work to you. And I solve those things, I serve you, and I lead you people by serving you. And that is a leader and servant leadership mindset we need in Agile leaders. Adaptive management. Since Agile is all about adaptation, Agile is all about accepting that change is way of life. The Agile leaders should believe in changes, should believe in flexibility. They should not talk that we have been doing this for 10 years and this is the best way of doing it. Rather than, yes, we have been doing this for 10 years, but let's explore, do we have a better way of doing it? So these leaders are open for change. Coaching and mentoring. Traditional leaders were also expected or many times they were performing the role of coach and mentor for their team member. The same approach, the same role has to be played by Agile leaders as well. Agile leader needs to coach and mentor their team so that team becomes self-organized and produce exceptional results. Now here, focus on what, not on how. So what does it mean? The focus of Agile leader is towards goal rather than about steps. So it's like leaving steps to the team that you figure out how you want to do it, but I facilitate you, I give you a direction to tell you that what we need to achieve. So Agile leaders are expected to set goals rather than giving a detailed instruction about how to achieve those goals, because how part is expected to be known better by the team members. The developer knows better how to code. You just tell me what you need. So Agile leader focuses on getting the needs, the focus, the goals communicated, and they encourage team to find out the best way of achieving it. Leader should build trust in the team. Now many times this word trust and transparency, they keep coming interchangeably, and I believe in my personal opinion that we don't get transparency till the time we have a trust. I will not come to you and tell you that I have a problem in my code if I know that you will start shouting on me. I will not come and tell you that this work I estimated for 10 hours, but now it looks like it will take 20 hours. If you react on this statement, I will avoid telling you these things. So the managers or the leaders in Agile organizations create an environment where people build trust with each other and they do share status. We create an environment where we focus on problem, we focus on solving issues rather than who is raising it and who is stuck into that particular issue. So more focus on work, more focus on workflows, more focus on producing outputs. They need to focus and create an environment where people start thinking about customer delivery. Now, many times, traditional leadership focuses too much on utilization, focuses too much on timesheets, focuses too much on how much time you have spent in XYZ activities. In Agile leadership, the focus should be what we have delivered today, what value we have achieved in this particular duration. So move teams from activities towards customer focus, towards outcomes. So outcomes over output. So this is the same statement going forwards, that rather than focusing on I have done this much amount of code and I have done this much of amount of testing, we need to focus on that we have solved customers' problem. What results has been achieved. So the manager should create an environment where people start thinking about outcomes rather than output. And most important part of an agile manager is to create a team which works at sustainable pace. You may find many teams working overtimes. Once in a while it is okay, but you can't keep working overtime because it's not sustainable. People will start leaving the team, people will get burned out, they will have a different type of behaviors. So as a manager, he needs to ensure that people work at a sustainable pace and produce a predictable output so the business delivery can be met. When we talk about agile leaders and managers' roles, many times I end up getting a question that do we have a project manager in agile? And what is the role of a project manager in agile? So first thing is that many methods in agile doesn't have a role called project manager, but many agile organizations who are following hybrid methods or who are following some their homegrown agile processes, they do have a project manager role. Now, project manager, the traditional project manager was doing communication, task allocation, coaching, all those roles alone. In case of an agile environment, the management role goes to the team. They are expected to self-managed. The project manager or whoever is the leader is responsible for creating the team which can self-managed. The communication role, requirement gathering role, which project manager used to do, many times goes towards product management, product owners or business analysis side. The primary role which is usually left to a project manager in an agile organization is helping team to interact with cross-functional teams from external teams, and also helping team to remove impediments, remove blockers which they cannot remove on their own. So it's again like a facilitator, mentoring, coaching, direction role where we do trust the team can deliver. We just need to create the good environment. And project manager also works for the same goal, creating the best environment possible for the team so they can perform the best.